Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips. How's everybody doing? Tom, what's up? Rampage, what's up, man? Feels like forever since I've seen you guys. How's everybody doing? Are we ready for some Buccaneers stuff? We got the combine starting Thursday. The plan is, in case you haven't noticed, I've done a little bit of work on the live stream here. I've got some stuff planned. Hopefully, the plan is I'm going to stream during the combine, and we can all watch it together. It starts at 3 o'clock Thursday, so if you're around at 3 o'clock, maybe I'll be on. So we'll see. We will see. It's been a kind of a slow off season so far, but there's still plenty of news to talk about. It's one of the reasons why I haven't really been on. There's been a whole lot to talk about. But we're going to talk about some draft stuff tonight. We're going to talk about some news, too. Let's see. Where do we want to start? Chris Godwin and the Buccaneers have agreed to postpone the end of his contract till basically, I think it's the start of the next season. I can't remember. Anyhow, I think I saw where they said it was till the end of this official season is over with. But I think this season is officially over with. I'm not real sure. I looked up the technicalities on it, but I know that the regular season doesn't start until, or the official 2025 season doesn't start until a bit later. So I think that's what they're postponing it to. So anyhow, it appears that they're trying to work out a deal and they're just giving themselves more time. I've got a new chat system going here, so I'm checking it all out. B-Mog, what's up, brother? Your sources are saying the Buccaneers are moving up to sign Travis Hunter. What? What? Who are your sources, Tom? Do they have to remain anonymous? I got to be careful with you. You're going to have me on some wild goose chase. But what is this the Travis Hunter, the NHL player? Looks like he played for the Canadian Football League. The name is familiar. Cornerback, wide receiver. He's quarterback / wide receiver. No, I remember us talking about him. He's a kind of a switch player. He plays either way. And we had a big, long discussion about last time there was a player in the league that played on both sides of the ball, blah, 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 all that good stuff. That'd be interesting. That'd be interesting. Would he play for Colorado? Okay, so he was under Dion. Yeah, I remember us talking about him. What's up, Blues Miller? Man, the gang's all here. What's going on, guys? Your sources are your prayers. Your source is saying Travis Hunter too. Dang. Oh, so he's going to be a top pick. Yeah, we're not getting your source is top. See, I just can't listen to a thing you guys say, man. Y'all just enjoy torturing me. I'm trying to be serious here. This is serious business. This ain't a game. You know, this is a serious stuff about a game. It's not a game. It's serious stuff about a game. Okay. So so he's expected to be a top draft pick? Man. All right. Uh what was the site? Was it Draft Sharks? Yeah. Well, we got news to cover. Look, we're already getting into draft prospects already. Ba ba beep 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 boop studio draft. Draft. What was that site we all looked at last year for the draft? I've got it saved. Hold on. I got to save. I just got to open up 50 different browsers here. Football, NFL, stats. My goodness. I got way too many football football uh, sites saved. I probably got 100. Draft Buzz. Yeah, I think that was it. Thank you, thank you. Draft Buzz. I've been working on uh, streaming and stuff. Haven't really paid much attention to the draft coming up. That's why, like I said, I'm gonna try. This is the plan now. I'm gonna try to live stream the combine starting Thursday at 3 o'clock. Don't know how long I'll be able to do it though. I think it's gonna stay on for probably 8 o'clock at night. I don't know if I'll be able to do it that long, but at least we'll do it for a while. And I'm getting nothing with draft buys. It's just it's a blank page. Site must be down. Let me see. Yep. But the plan is to live stream the combine so we can look at scores and all that good stuff. I got a list of guys, that are like kind of in the Bucks wheelhouse. So we'll keep an eye on them. They're going to be at the combine. I got a list of all the guys that are showing up at the combine. I think the first day they're doing linebackers, I think. Let me see. I'm going to pull that up real quick. Let me see. First day is, yes, punters and kickers, defensive linemen, and linebackers. So personally, I think inside linebacker is really what we need. And again, Levante David they're going to be talking with Levante David at the combine. The Buccaneers are to see if he's going to play for us again this year coming up. So apparently he's going to be there. But the word is that Light and them are meeting with Levante and his representatives at the combine to try and work something out. So defensive linemen and linebackers will be Thursday. So we'll get to see all that stuff. Now, they're not doing the bench presses until Friday. That's always fun. I like the bench presses. But they'll be doing the on-field workouts and measurements Thursday for defensive linemen and linebackers. And then Friday, they're going to be doing defensive backs and tight ends. Saturday is going to be running backs, quarterbacks, and wide receivers. But it's funny, the NFL.com has wide receivers listed as WO for wideouts. who it's WR. It's always been WR. I don't know whether they're trying to change it to WO wideouts. And then Sunday is going to be offensive linemen. And they're Monday, they're doing the bench presses for the offensive linemen. Bench press for running backs, quarterbacks, and wide receivers are going to be Sunday. So we'll see. We'll see how the combine works out, how they're going to televise all that. We're gonna watch it on the NFL Network. What's up, David? Bucks need quarterback, edge, inside linebacker. Yes. But I think of all those, inside linebacker is the highest need. Depending on what Levante David's going to do. I think that's why they're meeting him at the combine, because they're like, hey, man, if you're not going to play, we need to know so we can really scope out some of these inside linebackers. Because if he's not going to play, we're going to be really, really short at inside linebacker. But you don't want to draft an inside linebacker at 19, do you? That's a little high. What's up, Raw? Mr. Springer. See, here's my issue with edge, and I've said this, is the system that Todd Bowles has been running just is really not conducive for an edge rusher to perform well, to get pressure on the quarterback. I was looking at stats between Myles Garrett and Yaya Diaby, and let me see, somebody else too. There was another guy. Give me 1 second. I mean, I agree with you. I'd love to get an outside linebacker that's a beast. I just worry that Todd would have him dropping back in coverage all the time, 30% of the time. All right, I got this on the wrong screen. I've got one monitor at like a vertical monitor. I love it. I absolutely love it. I've been like this for like 2 years now, because I do a lot of things that are lists, and it's really easy to see because you got this long vertical thing. I love it, but it's horrible for like reading things, and websites like NFL.com are just impossible to navigate because it'll get all funky and you can't find anything. All right. So player stats, you can fumbling punt. This is not what I want. Let me see if almost tackles, interceptions. This is dumb. Do they not have it broken down in offense and defense? They used to have it broken down in offense and defense. All right, now they got... If you break it down by a team, then it does offense, defense. But player stats... This is weird. All right, Trey Hendrickson. That's what I looked up. Anyhow, Trey Hendrickson, Myles Garrett, and Yaya Diaby. I looked up stats between all three of them. And they were kind of comparable as far as actual defensive snaps. I should have taken notes. I thought I did. But the difference was I went back and I looked at the game film, and Trey Hendrickson and Myles Garrett, I think I saw Myles Garrett drop back in the coverage 2 times in 4 games that I watched. I went through and I just did defense, defense, defense. Trey Hendrickson, I can't remember if I saw him do it at all. But Yaya Diaby, we dropped him back into coverage easily 30% of the defensive passing snaps. In the Detroit game, which I think was like week 2 last year, I mean, he probably dropped back into coverage half the game. I was actually amazed. And I went back and looked at the notes and we talked about it. We were like, well, we just dropped him back into coverage all the time. If we were to hire or to draft a defensive end for pass rushing, to get to the quarterback, Todd Bowles would have to change his system back to where it was in 2019. And I don't know if he would do that. Don't know. But I would love to get a pure pass rusher. Would love it. Matter of fact, I'm doing a video on Shaq Barrett. Now, y'all hear me talk about Shaq Barrett all the time, but Joe Bucks fan wrote an article about, they're always complaining about not having an edge rusher. And they said that the year that Shaq Barrett got 19 and a half sacks was an accident. They said it was a fluke. I about lost it, man. I was like, what? I'm telling you guys, he was incredible. He was incredible. But Todd Bowles started dropping him back into coverage more often, and rotating him out. It's pissed me off every year. I was getting madder and madder about it until it got to the point. I think the last couple of years he played, he was only doing 60-70% of the snaps and dropping back in coverage 30% of the time. So he was getting like no chances to rush the passer, hardly. And it's a big deal if you're not in there all the time. Your sacks are going to be really low. And now I'm not saying Yaya Diaby is Trey Hendrickson or Myles Garrett, not by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm just saying, if we had a Myles Garrett and we dropped him back into coverage even 20% of the time, 10% of the time, it would be a big dent in his sack stats. I mean, he had 14 last year. Myles Garrett did. So if we dropped him back in coverage 10% of the time, let's see, that's 14 sacks out of probably 400 passing snaps. So if we did the math on that, that would 10% of that would be what? 40 snaps. Yeah, 40 snaps in coverage. So he'd lose at least 2 sacks. So he'd be at 12. Which would still be pretty good. I'm defeating my own argument here. All right, what are y'all saying over here? Craig, what's up, man? Todd Bowles, I want ball hawks. Yeah, I hope the Bucks. I think they're going to do okay. I think they're going to do okay in this draft. I don't. What's your first complaint there, Tom? When we post, it's going to ring in your ear. If it did, you'd know. NFL draft bus. You like Campbell, linebacker out of Alabama? Is he somebody we could target? NFL draft bus is what I must have typed it in wrong or something. Yeah. Let me see. NFL. Draft. Oh, it's NFL draft buzz. You know what I did? I think I just did draft buzz. And sometimes I amuse myself. All right. NFL Draft Plus. Let's see what they got to say. Yep, Travis Hunter's listed number 1. Running back. Running back is number 2. Ashton Gianti? A running back as number 2? When was the last time that happened? Defensive end, Abdul Carter from Penn State is number 3. Mason Graham, number 4, defensive tackle. Who were you saying? Linebacker, Jihad Campbell. Let me see. Do they have... Big board. Here we go. 2022. How in the world did that happen? Okay. All right, so let's go down. 19. Defensive tackle, Kenneth Grant. Do we need a defensive tackle, though? Don't think so. Jalen Walker, linebacker out of Georgia. He's sitting at 20. I think we're good at offensive line. Maybe pick up some guys later in the draft. Jihad Campbell, he's at 40th. Okay. So we could get him second round. They've only got one linebacker listed in the first round, which is typical. I'm surprised they've actually got one. And that's that Jalen Walker from Georgia. Georgia! Man, okay, I was getting ready to say there aren't any quarterbacks. Okay, we got 2 quarterbacks. One of them is Sanders' son. He's at 6. It's funny. There's only 2 quarterbacks in the first round. Wow. Wow. This is a horrible year for quarterbacks, huh? Man. A lot of defensive guys. All right. 4.8 million. That's all we got, Blues? Oh my gosh. Yeah, dropping back those tackles. I remember the first time I saw Vita Vea drop back. I laughed. I called Molly in. I was like, Molly, you got to see this. And now it happens, what, 5-6 times a game now? We're just like this. We're so used to it. It's not that shocking. But the first time I saw Vita Vea drop back, it just blew my mind. I was like, you got to be joking. What in the world is he going to cover? He isn't. He's not going to cover anything. You could literally throw the ball probably at him, and he would move out of the way. You know, not that, you know, I'm saying he's bad. It's just, you know, if you're not used to, those quarterbacks throw those balls hard, you know, and it's kind of like a baseball coming at you. And if you're not used to catching it, you're going to flinch. And definitely if you throw it that, you know, outside his arm reach like this, because he doesn't have the biggest arm span in the world, and he can't jump. So it's not like, I mean, he's got a very small window he can cover. It's just very weird. I don't know. I don't think he's ever defended a pass, but he has laid out 2 guys that caught passes. I will say that. Craig, how come he can't stay, man? Bucks need edge, quarterback, linebacker. Yep, I think everybody's on the right page with that. We're definitely defensive focused, aren't we? I think we're set at offense. Feels that way, you know. It is very silly dropping them back. I don't mind it every now and then. Really, I understand the concept. And drop it when you run a 3-4 defense, it's not abnormal to drop and that's another thing. Myles Garrett and Trey Henderson both played in 4-3 defenses, I'm pretty sure. Normally, the top sack leaders do play in 4-3 defenses because they don't have to cover anybody. But when you run a 3-4 defense, generally one of the outside linebackers will cover the flat at some point. You know, that doesn't bother me. I don't mind that at all. But you even want to do that sparingly. But when we drop them back in the middle of the field, that's what drives me crazy. Or we drop them back 10 yards off the ball. I mean, even if you're covering the flat, you don't want to be 10 yards off the ball. It's just weird. I get what Todd's doing, but I think he overdoes it. Tries to be too tricky sometimes. A lot of the times. That, you know, Craig, that's how I feel a little bit. You know, Edge is pointing with balls, but you know, he might change his ways. I mean, he's changed a lot since he's been here. Every year he does different stuff. You know, so maybe this year he'll stop playing so soft zone. Hey, Joe, what's up, man? Yeah. I think we're gonna focus mostly on defense this year. Our offense was great. Well, it was great, but you know, who knows how our offensive coordinator is going to do? You know, we moved our offensive line coach. We gave him a promotion to offensive line / run game coordinator, I think it was. Let me see. Yeah, run game coordinator, offensive line coach. And then we promoted Brian Pusucci, who was an assistant offensive line coach now he's the offensive line coach. So, you know, who knows? Our run game might suck this year. Offensive line might suck. Offense might suck. Who knows? I think we're going to be okay though. You just never know. You never know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was saying draft buzz. Yeah, that's what I looked up was draft buzz. I didn't do NFL draft buzz. I didn't have it in my list. I don't know why I didn't put it in my list. Drop Bredeson, who's a free agent, and see if you can get someone better. You know, yeah, I mean, we can do it, but I mean, he definitely was the weakest link in the offensive line last year. But I think he wasn't that bad. You know, wasn't that bad. Yeah, yeah. Once those measurables come in, and you know how the Bucks love the measurables. Yeah, it'll change up the draft. I remember last year that happened. We were all talking about the draft, and then after the combine, it all changed up. Who was it? Originally, they had as the top prospect, and then he like fell way down. I can't remember. You think Godwin's going to be 20 million? You know, yeah, probably. Well, my goodness, after that injury. But then again, you know, I mean, he came back from that other injury and was leading the league in reception. So we've got a precedent with him that he can come back from an injury and really play good. Yeah, 20 million, I could see it. The cap space, you know, the NFL is increasing the cap space this year they're increasing it 22 million. They haven't officially done it yet. So that could be Godwin's contract right there. You know, every team's getting an extra 22 million this year to spend. How much is Breedis going to come in? Not a whole lot. A few million. What did he make this year? Was he on a 1-year prove it? Right? I'm running a new browser too, so all my usual stuff's not coming up. Let's see, Bredesen. We never did figure out how to say his name. I heard it both ways on the announcers. I'd like to hear it from him. Oh, I'm looking at active roster. Let me see. Free agents. Here we go. $3 million. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, anywhere between 3 and 5 million. Yeah, so he made 3 million last year. With 1.7 guaranteed. That's a weird. He got a 1-year contract of $3 million with 1.75 guaranteed. It's like, I guess they could have fired him. I don't know. I get that was probably his signing bonus, 1.7. It doesn't say signing bonus. But, are they going to want to give him a 3-year contract? I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me, though, because, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And yes, he was the weakest link on the offensive line, but he wasn't horrible. And, the longer an offensive line plays together, the better they get generally. And for him to play, be the new guy coming in, playing beside another new guy, a rookie at that, I think they did okay. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad anywhere between 3 to 5 million per year. Yeah, I remember Vita dropped back, drilled that guy that was on the goal line too, or close to it. And then later in the year, he did the same thing, but the guy didn't fumble, but he was laid out. The no-fly zone. Vita Vea, no-fly zone. Oh, that's hilarious. Big V. Yeah, what's up, okay? Oh my gosh. Yeah, the only thing with Vita I could see that, the drop it back might do is it just because he's so big, maybe he just takes up a lot of field. Or he shocks the quarterback when he sees the guy. He sees Vita Vea, almost 400 pounds standing back there at the middle of the field. And the quarterback just for a second goes, what? That's where I could see it would be effective. But how you doing, man? Yeah, I want one too. I'm gonna see if Molly can bring me one up here. Oh no, we don't have any. I forgot. Ah, dang it. Dang it. Luke. Gedeke. Are we... Crap. We just signed him like 2 years ago, right? Godiki. Yeah, we still got him for a couple years. 2026. When did we sign? We signed a 4-year contract. Man, he ain't getting paid crap. Oh, he'll be a free agent in 2026. Okay, so we got one more year. Yeah, we need to re-sign him, extend his contract this year, and he's going to want some more money. He's getting paid $3 million this year in 2025. He only got 1.3 last year. So he's getting a big jump in money this year. Dang, we got him cheap. Yeah. Dang. That's why we could sign Worst to such a big contract because the rest of our guys get they're cheap as crap. Uh, yeah, I forgot you. Okay, what you were the blonde haired dude, right? Oh, I know. We definitely not need another Joey Tryon. Joey Tryon. Such a disappointment. Oh, big news, guys. This is another reason why I haven't been on. Um, we might not be able to make a game this season coming up. Molly's pregnant. We having another baby. How about that? And her due date is the middle of October. Oh, Molly's there. Gosh, I'm way behind in chat. Huh? Everybody. Well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Thank you, Shadow Man. Appreciate that, man. That's a heck of a name. I'm sitting here looking at it going, wait, is that person Shadow Band or is that really your name? What? Oh, well, congratulations, Ross. Oh, man, that's fantastic. First one? Yes. Join the crowd. Let's do it. You're gonna be part of the daddy crew. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, Chris. Yeah, we having another one, man. Everybody in the family wants it to be a boy. There's way too much estrogen in this house. It's just me and a cat. Everybody else is a female. Uh, we're like, yeah, it's time to get some boys up in this house, man. And my oldest daughter is adamant about it. We were actually looking up last night, or she just found out yesterday. Me and Molly have known for what about a month, and we went to the birthing center yesterday for a doctor's appointment, and took the kids. They didn't know what we were going for, and that's how they found out about it. But me and my oldest, we were looking at boys' names last night, and if you don't know, the two girls have like hippie names. You know, they're named after bodies of water, river and meadow, or nature, kind of nature names. So we were looking up boy nature names, and there's not a lot of them. We came up with forest and woods. That was it. I think I might have found a couple more, but I have been advocating for Achilles. That's why I wanted to name my first son was Achilles, but that didn't work. It did. I think me and Molly decided on names a while back. Damien something. Can't remember. Ryan Neal. The Bucks free agents. Yes, let me see. Free agents so far. And we haven't signed anybody yet. So we're looking at Chris Godwin, Levante David, Anthony Nelson, Greg Gaines, Ben Bredeson, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, Chase Edmonds, Tavier Thomas. I guess we only signed him for a 1-year deal. Kyle Trask, William Golston, Opeta. He's one of our backup linemen. Sterling Shepard, Troy Hill, Shaq Barrett, Robert Hainsey. Man, yeah, Robert Hainsey. Did y'all see Tristan Wirfs and apparently Robert Hainsey are best friends, and he's like really sad that Robert Hainsey's not going to be here next year. But Hainsey wants to be a starter, so he's going to go. Bryce Hall, Mike Edwards, Royce Newman, Eric Banks, Ryan Neal, KJ Britt, dang, JJ Russell, Kayvon Merriweather, and CJ Brewer. JJ Russell is a restricted free agent, so not worried about him leaving. But we have not signed anybody yet. I think we're waiting on Levante and Godwin before we make moves on the rest of everybody else. Just guessing. Yeah, it's definitely a future Buccaneer, Shadowman. Definitely. My girls dress up in cheerleader outfits. They got Buccaneer cheerleaders outfits when the Bucks play. And they run around the house. Ooh, little pom-poms. Ralphie P, the sequel. Yeah, that's what I should name him. Little Ralphie. Cannon would be a great name. I like that, Rampage. Rock. Woody. Yeah, Woody's a good one. I always think of Woody Harrelson, though. Which I guess is not a bad thing. It Meadows like a pasture, but I think it's got like a body of water in it or something. I don't know. I just always like the name. Yeah, I figured you'd like that name, Rampage. Oh, no. Yeah, you got to work it down, Raw. That's a great name, Rondé. You can do it, man. Brady, yeah. I'll just flat out name him Tom Brady. Yeah, I wouldn't mind re-signing Bryce Hall. I mean, he's cheap, and he's one of the ones that I was very disappointed in, not in his play because we never really got to see him play much, but just getting injured like that, you're just like, man. I was actually surprised we got him for what we did. Drew means tree. That's too much like Drew Brees. Can't do it. We got a new crew member and a new hooligan. That's right. Oh, Ryan Neal did retire. That's right. I remember. I remember that. You are correct, Tom. But you know how it is. A lot of times they'll retire and then unretire. That reminds me, did y'all hear that Gronkowski, there's rumors that he might play next year? Looking at the Denver Broncos, because, he worked with Peyton during the broadcasting, and then they became friends. And then he likes Bo Nix. And plus, like two of his brothers played there or some crap. I don't know. Them's the rumors anyhow. But I can't see it, man. Dude's been out of the NFL for 3 years. No way is he in football shape. No way. There's no way. But then again, he retired and came back for us. Hey, there's River. Hi. Boop. uh, all right. We got news to cover. See, y'all get me distracted all the time. All right, we talked about the Godwin stuff. Did y'all hear that a Buccaneers player? Remember, there was the gang of guys that were going around and breaking into athletes' homes while they were away at games. Well, apparently, one of the Buccaneers players was involved in that. Not involved as being one of the thieves, but his home was broken into. We don't know who yet. I'm keeping an eye out on it. I want to know who it is. But this was, apparently it was a Chilean gang who went all across the country. It was a whole bunch of them. And they would stake out players' houses and watch their security, because these players would hire security to watch their houses when they went to play away. And they would watch the security and see when they were changing shifts, or even when they would be like to the back of the house, they would break into the house. Well, I mean, these were some brave dudes, but anyhow, they weren't smart, because they ended up posting selfie pictures of themselves with a bunch of stolen merchandise. And it's pretty much how they got busted. But yeah, apparently a Buccaneers player was one of them that was targeted and had his home burglarized. We don't know who that was. It was a Monday Night Football game against Baltimore. Which was at Baltimore? I can't remember. I said the salary cap is expected to increase by about $22 million this year. It was Rachaad White. I heard Rachaad White is being extorted, or somebody's allegedly extorting him, and the FBI is involved. That just came out today. Don't know if that has anything to do with it. That'd be interesting. That would be a crazy movie, right? Oh, yeah, Edelman and Gronk's podcast. Yeah, I'll check it out. It's pretty funny. Edelman is nothing like what I thought he was like. That's what I love about podcasts. If you listen to somebody for a couple hours talk, you really get to know them. And Edelman was nothing like how I thought he was as a real person. Interesting. But it might have something to do with the robbery, though, Blues Move. I mean, they might have got something out of the house and, something personal, and said, hey, if you want it back, you got to pay us something like that, or they found something incriminating and are wanting money for it. That's probably what it is. I did not link the two together, but I bet that's what it is. Hey, Kate, how's it going? Edelman almost lost his house in the California wildfires. How's it going out there? I haven't heard anything about it in a while. I know Kentucky's hit with a flood. They're doing pretty bad. Western North Carolina is still doing pretty bad. Did y'all hear Patrick Mahomes' dad? This was crazy. He got into a fight, right? And there was a video that came out of him and former baseball player John Rocker got into it. And this was a video and it went viral. They got into a fight. And then it come out, supposedly, via TMZ, when they went to court, Mahomes' dad said that it was a fake fight. It was a staged promotion because those two are going to be fighting in a boxing match. I'm like, is everything fake in the world now? Is everything some type of psyop? But it could have been that's what he's saying to try to keep out of jail. Like, nah, we were just joking, or it wasn't real. We were faking. Don't know. It's very strange. Kalijah Cansey, according to Next Gen Stats, he finished 2024 making all of his tackle opportunities. He never missed a tackle. That is the only player in the NFL to ever, since they've been tracking it, to have a 100% tackle efficiency on that volume of opportunities. Quite impressive. You got to give Kalijah Cansey kudos for that. He gets a sticker. We'll give him a sticker for his helmet. I wish the NFL did that. That's one thing I do like about college football. Some of the teams, or high school football, we had it in our football team. You got a sticker. We were the Wildcats, so we got a little paw print that you put on the side of your helmet. And coach would give them out after the game or sometimes after practice, depending. But I'd like to see that with the NFL, man. It's kind of like in the military, how you get the ribbons and stuff. The NFL needs to decorate their uniforms with personal achievements a little bit more. Oh, Rampage, you've been following the spy tech at the Raiders and everything. I was thinking the other day, and you might have even brought this up. I can't remember, but Levante David is a free agent, and he's going to be at the Combine in Indianapolis. Spy Tech's probably going to be there too. I wonder if Spy Tech is going to try and woo him away. Do the Raiders need help at linebacker? John Rocker was a baseball player. Hey, we missed you too, Kate. It's been a while. The latest news is Molly's pregnant. I've been doing my job. I did my part. Now it's up to her. Finish it up. It's one of the reasons why we haven't been on. It's been kind of hectic a little bit. Yeah, that's what I heard, Blues Miller. Yeah, he did the same thing with North Carolina, from what I hear. So, it's a shame that we can't have I mean, if you're going to have a federal government, that's kind of, you know, one of the things you would like them to do is be good in emergencies. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Peak times as a Braves fan? Yeah. Are you in Cleveland? Are you in Ohio, bro? Devin White 2.0. I would love it, Kate. Devin White, first 2 years, 0.0. How about that? We were talking about who we could get there, and Tom likes, let's see, we got Jalen Walker from Georgia, but Tom likes, I'll probably tell you before I can find it. Jihad Campbell from Alabama, both off-ball linebackers. So, yeah, I just wonder if we're going to do a first-round linebacker. Because we need edge rusher, linebacker, cornerback. I think that seems to be the agreement between everybody. We definitely need defensive help. I think defensive line we're okay. Safety we're okay. If those guys could not get hurt back there. Oh gosh, John Rocker was such a big mouth. He yelled at fans. He didn't. I mean, they throw beer cans and stuff at him on field. He was probably the most hated baseball player ever, right? Wherever you're being bored. That's me. A 40-year-old linebacker. Dang, Tom. She gets her sass from her dad. Yeah. Or her doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut from her dad. Yeah, she's got the nausea and all that stuff going on. Thanks, MH. How you doing, brother? Yeah. That's another thing, Kate. Yeah. If we drafted an edge that low, we're gonna end up with another Tryon or, you know, yeah. Which don't get me wrong, I like yeah. I want to see him step it up, but I like him. Yeah, yeah. I think taking a inside linebacker at 19 isn't too bad. I don't know if we're going to do it, but I think it really depends on what Levante's going to do. Uh, they're meeting with him at the combine. Jason Like and them are meeting with Levante David in Indianapolis at the combine to try and work something out because I think they need to know this, man. They need to or he needs to make a decision so we can either move on and target that position or target another position. You don't see Sterling coming back? Oh, River's still here. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to talk bad about you, sweetie. MH, are you like me? It's like when football season's over, you just kind of don't know what to do with your life. I call it my hibernation mode. I just kind of, and there's been like no news going on. I'm trying to get through all the stuff we got. The combine is this Thursday at 3 p.m. Now, what I'm trying to do is live stream. I'm going to start at 3 p.m. I might get on a little bit early, maybe 2:45. But that's the plan right now. You know how it is. I might not make it, might not do it. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it through the whole combine live streaming because that's probably going to go on until 9 o'clock at night. But if you can make it around 3 o'clock, to look for me. I might live stream. But it's going to be linebackers and defensive linemen and kickers are Thursday. They're doing the measurables and the on-field stuff. The bench press for those guys is going to be Friday. It's like they do the measurables and the on-field stuff one day for a group, and then the very next day they'll do the bench press. So. Oh yeah, coaching moves for the Bucks. Let me see. We've got Mike Caldwell has come back. He's coming back. He's going to be our inside linebackers coach. If you remember, he was inside linebackers coach when Arians, for the first few years with Arians, up until 21. And then he went to Jacksonville. And at Jacksonville, he wasn't defensive coordinator, was he? He was no, yeah, he was. He was defensive coordinator. So he's coming back to us to be our inside linebackers coach. Keefence Heinsohn is going to be our passing game coordinator. That is what Grizzard was, our offense coordinator. So he's taking Grizzard's spot. I have no idea about Keefence Heinsohn. I don't know anything about him. Charlie Strong is going to be our defensive line coach. Kevin Carberry, who was our offensive line coach last year, is being promoted to run game coordinator / offensive line coach. And Brian Pisucci, who was our assistant offensive line coach, is now going to be our offensive line coach. Larry Foote, who had moved to inside linebacker coach for the past couple of years, is going to transition to the run game coordinator outside linebackers coach, which is, I think, where he was originally at. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he coached there from 2019 to 21, outside linebackers. And George Edwards, who was our outside linebackers coach, is now going to be our defensive pass game coordinator, whatever that means. Jordan Somerville is going to be our pass game specialist while continuing to serve as the assistant quarterbacks coach. We have too many coaches. And Jeff Castle has been promoted to assistant tight ends coach after being the offensive quality control coach, which is funny because I just found out last year that quality control coaches, I always thought they were the guys that made sure everything was in place, like pads, kind of like you got your equipment personnel. They were kind of like the guy that kept all that stuff in order. It just made sure everything was where it needed to be. But no, come to find out, they are the ones who steal signs from the opposing team. I did not know that. When you see the coach putting his call sheet over his mouth when he talks, calls the plays in, yeah, it's the quality control coaches that are trying to get the plays from the other team. I had no idea. I don't know if all teams do that with their quality control coach, but that's what I heard. I don't know if that's what our guys do. Let me say, Rashad White, we know about him. The FBI is looking into him being extorted, possibly by the Chilean burglary gang. Just saying, we don't know. That is total speculation there. But we do know that one Buccaneers player did have his house broken into by the Chilean gang on Monday Night Football against Baltimore Ravens. Oh, Bowles is interviewing for a full-time uh, clock slash game management guy. Thank you. Thank you. He is interviewing. He wants a guy full time now. He said currently he's got 3 guys in his ear, and he wants just one guy full time. Which I'm like, good. Dave Canales does it. You should do it. All right, what are we looking at over here? I'll get back to the news here in a second. Still got some stuff. Tom, you're funny. Yeah, that's the only thing I know what to do in the off season. I'm surprised I don't have an army of kids, right? Uh, yeah, it's definitely doing a live stream draft. Yeah, we're gonna try to do each draft. I think last year we just did the first round. This year I'm going to try to do at least first and for the first and second day. I know we're getting a clock guy, Kate. That's how I mean, we bitch about Todd, but he tries to. I don't know, man. Maybe he takes criticism well or something. It's only been what 3 years it's taken him to get to this far. But yeah, definitely doing a draft live stream. I'm working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I don't know if you noticed, but we got a new layout here. I've got a whole new chat system set up. It's going to be a bunch of new features coming. Oh, hey, by the way, I want to check this out too. Since y'all are here, try this out. This is, when I go and I leave, I'm going to put this on screen. Let me know if it works. I'm just going to put it on the screen for a little bit. Y'all let me know if it works. So you got to type join to enter. Oh, there's somebody. That's a computer. Somebody join. Oh, there's Raw. There's Molly. Can y'all move? I will destroy you all. That's funny. Hey, Molly's killing somebody. Raw, you just got it. Where's everybody at? I see 6 players, but I only see. Oh, I see Blues Miller got killed. Okay. I think Molly's going to win this one. Oh, no, she got it. How do I fight people? Yeah. I think it's just random. Oh, Molly, you didn't get a. I know. I saw you kill somebody, and I saw. Yeah. Okay, I got to continue working on that. I might try to build in some controls with it, but that's for like when I go away instead of just having a be right back screen or an empty chair. Give y'all something to do. Yeah, I think we should keep Nelson too. 100%. I mean, he's not expensive. He's a solid guy. He's at 23 on Brugler's Big Lord list. He's number 40 on Draft Buzz. So, I was thinking we could get him second round, but not if he's going to go 23rd. Yeah, we could always use linebacker, but it won't be as dire of a need if Levante stays. We could always put it off for one more year if we feel like there's a if there's an edge guy that we feel is better and everything. I think they're going to look at those three positions: linebacker, cornerback, and edge, and whatever position we're at, best available of those three, I think we're going to pick. We might have somebody we really want. I don't know. That could be it, Kate. I do like Sterling's. Uh, I do like his attitude. He's a baller, man. I like that in your face attitude. Our offense was very into that last year, and I think he was a large part of it. What was it? They used to call it the get back coach. I can't remember what coach it was. It was Bill Parcells or somebody, that would actually grab the coach. He like held him by the belt loop, the back of the belt loop. There was a coach that had a guy that stood behind him and held him by the belt loop and would pull him back off the field and off the white line. The get back coach. The Chilean football gang. Herm Edwards. No, thank you. AI wins, of course. Yeah. Molly, I worked on that for like 2 hours yesterday, trying to get the people bigger, and it just gets way too pixelated. I've still got to work on it. Cable played edge too, but he's an inside linebacker, right? Well, I think we have an offensive quality control coach and a defensive quality control coach. So I don't know what, I mean, I don't know. We don't even have, our coaches don't get out on the field. I mean, Todd Bowles never, he doesn't move a whole lot, just kind of stands there. Does he have good coverage skills? We're talking about Campbell here. Because Todd wants them to have good coverage skills. We want them to have good. We don't want another KJ Britt. Oh wow, that's impressive. He led Alabama in tackles, tackles for a loss, sacks, and forced fumbles. Dang, that's interesting. He does not have top tier instincts. Sounds like he does with them stats. Oh wait, Kate, you're talking. Who were you saying played edge and inside linebacker? I'm getting confused between Campbell and y'all talking about Walker. Okay. He's got good pass defense rankings by PFF. Well, there you go. Okay, New Orleans Saints have hired Doug Musmeer as their offensive coordinator. So they're finalizing their coaching staff over there. I don't think they've got it completely done, but they're working on it. I think our coaching staff is completely set. This is his first, Nussmeier's first NFL coordinator job, but he served the role in Florida, Michigan, Alabama, Washington, and Fresno State in college. So he's a college. Oh my gosh. Had a baby screaming at my door. So he's worked with Moore before, the head coach at the Saints, at 3 different stops. Cowboys, Chargers, and Eagles. So he's been in the NFL before, but not as a coordinator. So he was the Rams quarterback coach, the Cowboys tight end coach, the Cowboys quarterbacks coach, Chargers quarterbacks coach, and the Eagles quarterbacks coach. He also played for the Saints in 1994. He played 5 games and 2 starts. He was a quarterback, former quarterback. All right, so there's somebody else for us to hate. Let me see. We got they had another coaching move too. They promoted Phil Galliano to special teams coordinator. He's been with the Saints since 2019 as assistant special teams coach. He was also with us. Galliano was. I can't remember what he did with us. I don't recognize the name. So that's another guy who's a traitor. NFC South is full of them, aren't it? These coaches just bounce around. I saw a thing the other day. The sports books, since just about every state has made sports betting legal, I think it's only a handful. I think California and Texas, 2 of the biggest states, have not legalized sports betting. Sports books brought in $110 billion last year. They profited $11 billion. Of course, these are the online and the casino sports betting places, the legit places. Doesn't cover the under the table stuff. But I'm just like, that's a 10% profit that these guys have made. You can't win in betting sports. You can't do it for 2 reasons. One, because it's always in the favor of the house. But 2, if you start winning, they will cancel you. They will boot you off their platforms or not let you in. I mean, this is a known thing, and there's certain things you can do, like arbitrage betting or EVA betting. And it's a well-known thing with these sports books, especially like the apps and stuff, that if you win a certain, if you get up to where you're like ahead, $2,000 or $3,000, they will limit your bets, and some of them will just flat out cancel your accounts. You can't win with sports betting, man. It's fun. I enjoy doing it every now and then, just playing around. But guys, don't think you're going to make a career out of it. You can't do it. It's impossible. It's rigged. It's literally, they make sure that they win. Yeah, at least Liam Cohen didn't go to another NFC South team. I was worried about that there for a while. What was it, the Saints we were talking about? And wouldn't that be wild if everybody in the NFC South were ex Buccaneer coaches? It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Liam Cohen this year. Interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Panthers this year, too. Is Canales going to bring them up any? Because he didn't last year. And I'm telling you, man, that quarterback of theirs, he's not it. He is not it. I don't care what anybody says. Film don't lie. Tell Travis Hunter to jog during the 40-yard dash. I'd draft Vern Troyer for sure, man. He could be, could you imagine him as like a center? Offensive line. Vern Troyer, offensive line. Right? Yeah, the Bucks would literally have been running the division at that point. I think, you know, it's obvious that we've been stomping it, you know, just when it comes to division titles. But seeing as how everybody in the division is copying us and stealing our people, yeah, I think you got to say, man, Buccaneers run that division. We have for a very long time, since 2020. Well, no. You can say since 2019. Yeah, if you win the Super Bowl, you can say you're the best team in the division. So I'm going to say since 2019, we have been kings of the NFC South. The Falcons got the bird flu. That's funny. Every preseason they do it, Joe. I don't know why. I mean, now last year they had good talent, you know, but Morris is just, I don't know, man. I mean, the Falcons fans started complaining about Morris almost immediately. Nobody really likes him over there. Falcons fans are not happy with him. They're not happy with the way, because they thought they were going to be a lot better team than they were too. But, you know, when it comes down to it, they could have won the division. You know, the last two games, if they would have won the last two games, we would have been out and they would have been in. But they couldn't do it. They couldn't wrap up the last two games. So they're not real happy over there. I'm pretty sure, wasn't that how it was? They if they would have won the last two games, or maybe it was the last three games. But the playoffs were not in our control there at the end. It was up to the Falcons, and they shot themselves in the foot. Yeah, Cousins looked really bad. He was, I don't know if he was hurt or what. That's the only thing I can think, Blues, is that Cousins had some type of injury. Because he was literally like a statue. I think we're going to have to watch out for the Falcons, though. I mean, they got a lot of talent over there, but there's also a large possibility that they're going to implode. A lot of ego over there. Well, you know, he has to jump. I guarantee you, he's got to jump from sports book to sports book and use different names and stuff like that, because they will. I mean, these guys are in it to win it, and if you win with these guys, because I've got friends who do arbitrage betting, and they constantly have to go under different names. They have to get accounts through usually their girlfriends. but their relatives and stuff like that. I mean, they've asked me to do it, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let you ruin my. I'm going to do that one day when I'm hard up for money. But you can only do it for a little while because they close your account. They don't like people that win consistently. And it's not illegal for them either. Which, I'm kind of like, that's kind of morally, gambling has got a lot of moral issues attached to it anyhow, because as we know, some people do get really addicted to it. My mom was one. But, it should be one of those things where if you're really good at it, you should be able to win. And, you can't, you shouldn't be able to close somebody, not let them play because they're going to win. It's basically saying we're only going to let you play if you lose. I don't know. I'd be interesting to see his setup and how he does it. The Falcons free agent signings. What are they looking about at cap wise? What do they got? Let's see. Ooh, they are over the cap right now. Okay, they're hurting. Yeah. Kirk Cousins is $40 million cap hit this year. $65 million dead cap. Whoa. Oh my gosh. They've got Chris Lindstrom, their guard, is getting $22 million as a cap hit this year. Whoa. Jake Matthews, their left tackle, 22. Didn't he retire? Good grief. I can't believe they're paying Lindstrom that much money. I had no idea. He's not that good. Wow, they got a lot of players making a lot of money. Kyle Pitts. Talk about somebody that just disappeared off the face of the earth. Yeah, y'all hit that like button, man. Do I even have any likes? That might be it, Tom. Yeah. They might have a deal with him to use his likeness, the posters and stuff like that. He might even, like sign autographs there, stuff like that. Dana White, he's the president of the UFC. He's like supposedly a really good blackjack player. And if casinos refuse to let him play, which they will do, he takes them off the list for UFC events. He's done it to quite a few casinos and stuff. He'll be like, well, guess what? We're not going to bring the UFC here. And he'll like ban anybody that's under UFC contract from going to those casinos. It's funny. Sports world is hilarious, man. It is the male version of soap opera. Yeah, I don't like Lindstrom. I don't think he's that good. I'm totally shocked that they're paying him $22 million a year. I don't see how they could move Cousins. I really don't. I mean, nobody's going to pick that up. I mean, good grief. But then again, there's the The draft, there's like no quarterbacks in the draft really. So his potential out, yeah, he's locked in with Atlanta until next year, 2026. He's guaranteed money, 100 million guaranteed. Oh yeah, love it. But that should be over with in 2026. Oh man, oof, that's funny. $100 million. Wow. He wins at blackjack. He tips in the six-figure range. Wow. I hope his leg is recovered. Yeah. Yeah, somebody might pick him up because there's a quarterback dearth out there right now, and the draft is not going to help any. There are a lot of teams that are in need of a starting quarterback of decent caliber. Kirk Cousins, $100 million. Good grief. That's wild. That's almost as wild as a Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback. Didn't he get? He got a more than that is guaranteed, didn't he? Ah. $133 dead cap space. All right. 200. I know we covered this last year. It's just $200 million guaranteed. Trevor Lawrence got. Wow. Hmm. Ooh. He's carrying a dead cap value in 2025 of $133 million. That's got to be a record. Got to be a record. That's a base salary of $2 million, signing bonus $35 million, workout bonus of $500,000, cap hit of $17 million, annual salary $55 million. Woo! Woo! Man. Blackjack, it's simple, man. Step above being a good slots player. That's what my mom is. I mean, she played slots for the last 20 years of her life. Probably I'd say average it out, probably 6 hours a day. Thousands of dollars a month for 20 years. Yeah, 20 years. She was addicted, man. Lots. I don't get that one. That's one I don't get. I mean, with sports betting or cards, at least you're doing something. At least there's, some thinking involved or, strategy, maybe figuring stuff out. I don't know. But slots, you just sit there and you just press a button. You just sit there all day, just pressing buttons. Yeah. Don't get it. Yeah, Falcons got a lot of talent over there. If they can ever get it all corralled and working good. Do we think, gosh, if they keep Cousins, are they going to keep him as a backup? Wow, he'd be the most expensive backup in history, right? Ooh. Think Trevor Lawrence needs to go to the Rams? Stafford needs to retire. Wow. What are the Rams? What does the Ram fan base feel about Stafford? Man? It's so weird. When I think of Stafford, I always think of the Detroit Lions. Him and Goff came in the same year, right? Rams just can't seem to get their junk in order consistently the past few years. You know, injuries and a lot of I want to say infighting. I guess I don't know. It just seems like they're not able to be consistent like they were for so many years in the past. There, McVay's still a good guy. I mean, good grief! Look what he did last year. Everybody counted them out 5 games into the season. And then next thing you know, they're winning the division. You're like, what? Where'd they come from? And I think that covers all the news. Like I said, the the combine starts Thursday at 3 p.m. My plan is I'm going to try and stream the combine, or not stream the combine, but live stream during the combine. So hopefully some of y'all can make it. It's going to be at 3 o'clock. I know a lot of y'all are going to be at work and stuff like that. But keep your eye open. Hopefully I'll be able to get it all set up and everything. I've been working on it all week. And this is also going to be the same platform that I'm going to do the draft with and all that. So I'm trying to get the live stream thing better, bigger, better, stronger, faster. So, so we can have more fun with it. So we got guys we're going to look at. We've already got those linebackers that y'all brought up, Campbell and Walker. So I'm going to put them on the list. Are they, let me see, are they going to be at the combine? Let me check. I'm pretty sure they are, but I'm checking real quick. Yes, Campbell's going to be there Thursday. And Walker's going to be there Thursday too. So yeah, we've got quite a few linebackers that are going to be doing their measurables and stuff Thursday. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 29 guys. That's just linebackers. We're doing defensive line, linebackers Thursday, and kickers. So a lot of defensive linemen, about 50. So we've got about 80 guys we're going to look at Thursday. So if you can make it Thursday, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay on because it's an all-day event. Probably won't quit until 8, 9 o'clock Thursday night. Don't know if I'm going to make it that long. I'm going to try to hang in there till 6, 7. So anyhow, if you can, keep an eye out for me Thursday and come hang out. We'll look at the 40 times together. McVay and Trevor. Is Stafford's contract up? No, he's not a free agent until 2027. Is he guaranteed still? Oh, no. His guarantee's out, so they could cut him. Yeah. $50 million cap hit. Oof. That's a tough one. That's not dead cap though. Oh yeah, it is. Eek. Ooh. No, no. Okay. If they release him, oh, man, they can't. They would if they release him after, man, jeez. If they release him after the season officially starts June 1st, then it's only a $27 million cap hit this year, and then a $23 million cap hit next year. So yeah, they're going to release him. That'll save them $23 million this year. Yeah, he's as good as gone. I mean, if they trade him, some team's going to have to take part of that cap hit, that dead cap, because they're not going to trade him and be stuck with 45 million in dead cap space. There's no way, right? Man, that trade would have to involve some dead cap relief there. Huh. So yeah, looks like Stafford is not going to be with the Rams unless they rework his contract or something. Peyton and Trevor, I don't know. That would be interesting. Sean Payton, I hate to say it, he's obviously a good coach. Sean McVay turning Lawrence's career around. You don't think Cohen's going to do it? Yeah, Peyton likes Bo Nix way too much. They got like a bromance going. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're excited. Yeah, it'd probably be best for him to just go ahead and retire. Uh, I mean, they're not going to keep him, that's for sure, unless he reworks his contract for a lot less. And I don't even know if they want to keep him. Don't know. Don't know. But yeah, it's either that or they're going to cut him. Cut him after June 1st. Yeah, yeah. Peyton loves Bo Nix, which Bo Nix is listening to him, doing everything he's saying. He's like, that's why he loves Bo Nix. Bo Nix ain't got no ego yet. I'm not. Molly is. Yeah, yeah, Rampage. Where were you at? That was like a whole 20-minute conversation, man. Yeah, Molly is pregnant. She is due in the middle of October, October 19th. Oh, you're just looking at my face. You like my pretty face. I can't blame you, man. I catch myself in the mirror sometimes. It's like watching Hollywood. I'll just sit there like I'm watching a movie, hour and a half, staring in the mirror. Oh no, drama from work. Tell Heather we said hi. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I've been dying to get on. You can ask Molly every day. I've been like, man, I got to get on. I got to get on. And I haven't seen any of you guys in forever. It feels that way anyhow. But it's just been nothing been going wrong with the Buccaneers, and I don't want to hop on and plus we've been kind of busy with the whole baby stuff and lot going on. You know how it is. But Combine's coming up, draft is coming up, so we're going to get back in the swing of things. Like I said, going to try to live stream starting 3 o'clock Thursday. Live stream the Combine. That's the plan. That's the plan. So be there or be square. Guys, I got to get off and go get me something to eat. I appreciate y'all hanging out. And it's good seeing everybody, man. Good talking with you guys. I love it. Y'all my people. You have a great night too, Rampage. And everybody, y'all be good. And till next time, go Bucks.